On 2K Sports, NBA action is coming up. And tonight, it's the New Orleans Pelicans going up against the Orlando Magic. This is Kevin Harlan. We're looking over these teams, Smitty. Very strong play from their front courts. What do you think about this matchup?
It's going to be a great one. Each of these teams are so solid up front. It's strength versus strength.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Banchero and Carter make up the inside pair. Filling the perimeter slots, it's Harris and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the point. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. Now, here's Suggs. Carter with a screen on McCollum. Suggs passes to Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
You got to give a lot of credit to Wendell. He moves well without the ball, gets to the right spot, and has great hands.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. 4-point game. And a miss there on the triple. Wagner finds Harris. Back to Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Oh, dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. Suggs brings the double team. And a wide open look for McCollum. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
You have to get out there on C.J. McCollum. He is very good at torching defenses from deep.
And Banchero passes to Carter. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And here's Harris from the arc. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting.
Look at that!
Nice! Unbelievable hang time, giving the crowd its money's worth. Go ahead, Zion.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Orlando, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Hey, Smitty, you want to talk about explosiveness? This is your man, Zion Williamson.
Kevin, I mean, when he was in college, he blew through a shoe making a cut. He's so strong, Kevin, the leather couldn't hold up.
Williamson outside, to the inside. On the basket by Jones.
What a smart look from Zion, setting up his teammates, not trying to do it all himself.
And that one's good. Suggs.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Pelicans trail by 5. And Wagner over to help. Here's Valanciunas. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Carter. To the middle. It's stolen by Jones. Fast break. Here we go. A 3 from McCollum and another 3 for New Orleans.
I love it. No hesitation from C.J. McCollum on that shot.
Carter dishes to Banchero. Back to Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
McCollum with the ball. He's got 6. They double team McCollum. Valanciunas. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Such an effective playmaker. You got to be impressed with CJ's ability to hit open teammates.
Good D by Williamson.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
McCollum passes to Valanciunas. Williamson outside. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Not Zion's favorite place to shoot from, but when he's focused, he can drain those.
Banchero finds Carter. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And that one is good from Suggs.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And the dunk by Williamson.
We talk about Zion's strength. but the body control is also elite, especially for a guy his size.
Carter with a screen on McCollum. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting two. Steve, we've talked about this. A great job by the Pelicans front office in surrounding Zion Williamson with talent.
Yes, Kevin. When he's healthy, they're one of the best teams in the league. But to go the distance, he has to be available.
Marshall, he's checked in for Williamson. Well, they're still young, but the Magic, Greg, are becoming one of those league pass teams. Like people want to watch them.
Yeah, I mean, they've got some players, leaving aside any rooting interest on my part, they've got some young fellas that are definitely intriguing to watch.
Great open look there. McCollum's got 9.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
An explosive big man, Wendell Carter Jr., exciting around the rim.
They double-team McCollum. Jones, no one around him. No good with the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Banchero. No good on the triple. New Orleans has gone 4-6 from long range here early on. And the basket by Jones.
I like when Herb Jones plays with an edge, accepting the contact and finishing through it.
Carter sets the pick for Harris. Pass to Carter. Back to Harris. He kicks to Suggs. Off target from three-point range. Dish now to Jones, and that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
And a chance to check out the numbers for C.J. McCollum. Averaging about 19 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
It's not the monster game that we see for him occasionally, but it's still incredibly impressive.
Pass to Banchero. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. Nance with the rebound.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Orlando Magic, trailing by 2, fresh from a win against Portland.
And definitely a feel-good kind of win, but I'm sure their coach might say they cut it a little bit too close.
Down low. Wagner kicks to Suggs. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Suggs has got a couple of threes now in the first for Orlando. Alvarado with it. Picked up by Banchero. Nance with no one around. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Orlando's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Doubled by McCollum. Carter finds Wagner. No good on the three. For 3, Nance. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. Banchero passes to Wagner. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Oh, that's a terrific pass by the big fella. Banchero is adding that element to his game as his career progresses.
It's a tie game in New Orleans. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Reason why, excellent spacing. They may not stay this hot all game, but hard to bet against them.
Larry Nance out there with Williamson. Then there's Hawkins. Then it's Jose Alvarado. And it's Marshall in at the 3 spot. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Wagner passes to Banchero. It's stolen by Nance. Suggs brings the double team, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Smitty, when you look at a guy like Najee Marshall, he's certainly a high-motor kind of player.
Always moving around the floor, Kevin. He's looking for an opening or to set a screen or to help on defense. Marshall isn't one to stand around.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Zion Williamson is, of course, unique athletically. His teammate C.J. McCollum says, I don't know if we'll ever see somebody with that strength, power, speed, and jumping ability. At times, the Pelicans' offensive game plan becomes simple, McCollum said. Get the ball to Z and get the heck out of the way. Kevin, I'm paraphrasing.
I know you are. I picked up on that, David. Thank you. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A true physical specimen. It's tough to keep up with Zion's athletic ability.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws of the evening. And we hear so much about young players and veteran players, Steve, but when do you feel a player becomes a veteran? Is it after a year, 2, 3? Like, in your opinion, what is it?
You know, Kevin, it differs for a lot of different reasons, but I think for myself, when you get that second contract, you feel like you belong in the league. I think when you get over 7 years in the league, that's kind of cut off to be 7 years or more, you're definitely a vet.
Harris finds Banchero. The Magic again can't hit. New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Marshall. It's hauled in by the Magic. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
They wreaked havoc on the defensive end and really held the pace of the game in their favor for the entire game.
And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. Trailing by 2, they'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Banchero, that's good.
And he's one of those guys that just keeps coming at you. Paolo Banchero is special.
Suggs brings the double team. The shot by Hawkins, no good.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Here's Banchero. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
And how about the long stride? Just tough for the D to stay with Banchero on the attack.
Greg, here he is, the first overall pick of the 2022 draft, Paolo Banchero.
And the top pick because he's a 6'10 playmaker. Banchero has a tremendous feel for the game, great vision, passionate, and endless potential offensively.
Physicality from Valanciunas on the glass, securing the ball and sending it right back.
And it's Banchero missing.
Blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Back to Alvarado. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Alvarado's got his first bucket in this one. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Here's Banchero. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against New Orleans.
Oh, Banchero earns his points there. If he has to get him at the line, then that's what he is more than willing to do.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
Trey Murphy's checked in for New Orleans. McCollum comes in for Jose Alvarado. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Wagner. Franz Wagner comes in for Fultz. Gary Harris, he's checked in for Black. And it's Suggs in for Anthony. The Pelicans trail. Floats it up for Williamson.
This is how dangerous a scorer Zion is. Outstanding at putting his team on his back.
Valanciunas on the double team. Here's Suggs. Trains the three-pointer. Suggs has got 12 in the game.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
McCollum outside. They double-team McCollum. Suggs with the steal. For the finish. And Suggs throws it down.
Smart and decisive when gambling defensively. Suggs excellent at forcing turnovers.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. Lets it go from 11. Orlando grabs the miss. Carter's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Harris dishes to Banchero. Lets the 3 fly. Pelicans pull it in. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And that one, I thought the guys were out of sync offensively. And on the defensive end, a failure to communicate.
This was a brutal loss. You can point fingers in a number of directions, but the bottom line is they just didn't have it tonight.
And a terrific ball handler for his size. Banchero will put it on the floor and make a play.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Lose track of Valanciunas, he'll sneak right in there and punish you with the putback dunk.
That one goes. Just count it.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Inside, here's Valanciunas, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Looking at the veteran Jonas Valanciunas, Steve, he remains a nightly double-double threat.
He's someone that likes to flex his muscle on both ends, Kevin. A big man who uses his size to his advantage and is reliable at cashing in from inside.
And Orlando making a change here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Isaac. Franz Wagner comes in for Fultz. Harris is checked in for Black. And it's Suggs in for Anthony.
A crafty scorer near the rim. Wendell Carter challenging the defense and prevailing.
On the wing, Jones. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Carter kicks to Wagner. That's in there. Carter with the assist. And now a 7-point Orlando lead.
Beautiful find by Carter. Sees the floor really well for a young big.
Pass to McCollum. They double-team McCollum. Jones for 3. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Pass to Marshall. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Wagner against McCollum. Latrey, and it's Wagner with the rebound. Wagner's got his 5th rebound in this one. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Orlando out in front, up by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans.
The way they've attacked the lane, oh my God, it's almost Shaq-like. They've been DPR, Shaq.
And now let's take a moment to look at the up. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Jalen Suggs.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
What can you say? Shooting is a premium in this league, and you can see why.
So on the floor for Orlando, filling the perimeter slots, it's Harris and Wagner. Banchero and Carter make up the inside pair. And it's Suggs in at the point. Wagner passes to Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And that's just some good old-fashioned bully ball from Banchero. Just a physical force.
McCollum, no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
To the paint, here's Williamson. That ball is good for another field goal. His sixth. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Zion feels like no one can guard him, especially this deep inside.
Carter finds Banchero. To the wing right side. Wagner passes to Suggs. Off target from outside.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Banchero brings the double team. McCollum outside. Back to Williamson. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And finished off by Banchero.
And how about Banchero showing some passion there, going in hard and finishing right at the rim.
Here's Valanciunas. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Banchero. Off target with his 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The tie connects from 3-point range. 6 points for him.
Making the right pass to the right guy. Murphy was all lined up and ready to strike.
Banchero, that's good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
New Orleans has gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And Williamson throws it down.
Beautiful pass by Jones, keeping his head on a swivel and creating the wide open look.
Orlando, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Carter with a screen on Jones. Harris kicks to Carter. Pelicans pull it in. Valanciunas has got 7 rebounds in the game. To the middle for the lead. And it's Jones. Time on the assist from Valanciunas. Jones has got the lead up to 2 now for the Pelicans. And here is Suggs. 14 points for him. And it's Carter missing. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
Wagner against McCollum. Wagner passes to Harris. Once again off the mark, Orlando. For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And there's the pass to Jones. Now here's Williamson. Guarded by Harris. A 3 from McCollum.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
It's a close game here in New Orleans. They host the Spurs after this one. Jones for 3. That's in. Coming off the assist from McCollum. McCollum's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Carter finds Banchero. Orlando moving the ball around. And it's Suggs missing. New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, there's a lot of pressure that comes with being the #1 overall pick in the draft, but Paolo Banchero said, I'm just letting the game come to me. Not trying to press or reach a certain statistical milestone, just making the right plays, taking the right shots, competing, and bringing it every day on defense. Kevin, he thinks that approach is paying off.
Oh, David, it sure is. Thank you for the report. Pelicans leading by 6. McCollum outside. Williamson double team. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter.
A moment to check out Zion Williamson. Just an incredible month of basketball. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. New Orleans making a switch here. Marshall's checked in. Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Nance comes in for Jonas Valanciunas. And Hawkins subbed in for Williamson. Magic on defense. Here's Hawkins. And again, no good by New Orleans. Hawkins against Wagner. No one near fault as he lets it go. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Now just a 3-point Pelican lead. They double team McCollum. Hawkins Nice defense from Wagner.
There's the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
And here's Anthony for three. Nance with the rebound. New Orleans leading by 3. From outside the arc, C.J. McCollum, and that's good. McCollum's got 15.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results. And Smitty, you think about the years McCollum played with Damian Lillard. You have to believe they made each other better.
I totally agree, GA. They both have high standards, always working on their games. That's why they're two of the best guards in the league over the last decade.
Isaac kicks to Fultz. Buries it from three-point range. Fultz has got 6 points in the quarter.
And how about the quick-fire release of Fultz? It is difficult to guard. You know he's thinking about shooting as the pass is coming his way.
That one goes in.
That's the pass you want, orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
McCollum against Isaac. 3, Marshall. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum. Marshall's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Inside, and finished off by Wagner.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
And Jones has it in the corner. Again, the Pelicans score.
The better Jones can shoot off the catch, the more valuable he becomes.
Wagner with a screen for Anthony. And finished off by Wagner.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
I would have loved to hear the coach's speech because they really took heed to it. Like you said, both teams playing at a different pace.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Pelicans lead by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Zion Williamson. McCollum is out there with Hawkins. And it's Nance. And it's Marshall in at the 3. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Very nearly stolen. There's no need to force that pass.
New Orleans making a switch here. Alvarado's checked in. Here's Harris. Carter with a screen on Hawkins. Harris. Nance with some nice D. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for New Orleans. 3-point lead. And Nance slams it in.
And it's in Larry Nance Jr.'s blood. Remember, his dad, Larry Sr., won the first ever dunk contest.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Zeller is checked in for New Orleans. New Orleans leading by 5. Suggs brings the double team. Back to Alvarado. And here's Marshall from the arc. Orlando grabs the miss. Here's Banchero. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Marshall can't hit.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Zeller against Banchero. Zeller grabs the board. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Williamson. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Carter. Now, here's Banchero. He's tightly guarded. Harris's shot is off. Pelicans leading by 5. Here's Hawkins. And it's Suggs with the rebound.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And this is why Suggs was a top 5 pick. Jalen's got tremendous playmaking ability.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Herbert Jones, he's checked in for Cody Zeller. So for the Magic, right now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Willie Green had some words for his team during the break. Now he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Wagner finds Isaac. Here's Black. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
It's just a passing clinic from them in this game. Solid communication and unselfish play all around.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the 3. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
The Magic making a switch here. Paolo Banchero's checked in for Isaac. Wagner comes in for Fultz. Gary Harris is checked in for Black. And it's Suggs in for Cole Anthony.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Here's Hawkins, and the Pelicans miss again.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
And here's Harris from the arc. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Oh, man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
And Jones over to help. Harris kicks to Wagner. Suggs dishes to Banchero. Pass to Suggs. Hits it from 3-point range. And now a 3-point Orlando lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Passes to Alvarado. Outside, Jones. Suggs brings the double team. Fires from deep. And it's Alvarado missing.
Trying to get his man back for the last 3. It helps to not make this personal.
And that's a foul called on Franz Wagner. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
New Orleans making some changes here. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Hawkins. And McCollum subbed in for Jose Alvarado. And a switcher also for Orlando. Isaac's checked in. Marshall can't hit.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by McCollum. It's McCollum on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 6 assists in the game.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
The Magic have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Isaac a screen on McCollum. Driving the lane, and Suggs throws it down.
And no question, Suggs has proven that he is a big shot maker already for the moment.
Trey Murphy's checked in for New Orleans. Orlando also making some changes. Carter comes in for Mo Wagner. And it's Banchero in for Jonathan Isaac. Pass to Williamson. Williamson double team. Shoots the 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Wagner's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Down low, Carter. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
What I like about Murphy, he generates offense in a number of ways.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
I think they've looked to dump it down low as often as possible. And so far, they've been super successful using this attack.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
Markel Fultz is checked in for Wagner. Jones against Harris. And a wide open look for Valanciunas. Sinks the triple. Valanciunas has got the game tied up here for the Pelicans. Floats one, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
Those are the plays you want from Valanciunas on the defensive end. Didn't hesitate to challenge the shot.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Orlando. Out to Harris. Jacks up a three. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got his 5th assist in this one.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into correction.
Big one. Coach feels comfortable going to Zion when it matters. Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Suggs brings the double team. A three from McCollum. Count! A tremendous three to tie it up.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
And this is a guy who is really comfortable with the ball in his hands. Suggs, so dangerous in the pick and roll.
Banchero brings the double team.
Competitive, confident, Zion taking over.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Here's Suggs. Banchero has screened for Suggs to the inside. Good!
Stepping up in the clutch. Banchero coming up and delivering the goods for his team.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 2. 29 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Orlando making some changes. Wagner's checked in for Carter. Franz Wagner comes in for Markelle Fultz. And Anthony subbed in for Suggs. They double-team McCollum. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
And we have to give him props. It's rare these days to see someone dominate the glass so single-handedly.
Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that puts them up by 5. Launches a three. No good that time. And so it's Orlando winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you.
Much appreciated, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan.